Oh no.
This will be a bit of a problem.
Try
Hopefully...
now. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yo. Can you guys hear me now? There's a little bit of a delay in the chat, but...
Hopefully you guys hear us soon.
No, what you mean? You can hear me, right, Kuro?
I can hear you perfectly fine, yes.
We hear you now, yes. Oh,
beautiful.
Okay.
Looks like things are finally caught up.
Waka waka. Hello. We're so back. And we're so lucky.
Right.
These guys have been playing it slow because it hasn't ended yet.
Yeah. We're still on the final match in this round between the Lux and Deep Blue. And things are getting quite close. This Masquerade, or Masquerade Colonia, pretty low on HP.
Yeah, blinking health bars right now. This is scary.
Oh. The Sacria, incredibly low right here as well. Fortunately, though, for Sacria, that's exactly where they want to be.
These guys seem to be playing it very, very safe. They don't seem to be taking bigger risks than necessary. And we can see how the fight has turned to a very close range fight. This huge map, well, we're playing in basically 10% of the map surface. Big tension, high stakes game. Remember, they are 1-1 in this series, so yeah, this is their final match. Winner takes it all.
Actually quite interesting that Sacria has got fully stacked Bold Punishment with 50% DI and minus 100 elemental res, but ending his turn right next to 3 enemies still gives him his pillar, which stacks him up with a lot of HP and res anyway. So he's managing to still keep an 80% resistance while having that max stack of Bold Punishment. So he's still surprisingly tanky, even though he's low HP, he's still chilling.
They're not going down anytime soon, are they?
Definitely does not seem like it. I mean, there goes the Masquerade.
Do we have any more
clone,
matches? We can take a look. Maybe there's other participants playing at this time.
I think this is the main match going on right now. I don't think there's any others happening at the moment.
Big high stakes here in this match right now. In the Ecaflipus arena.
Still have not seen the Oginak transform though.
Okay. These guys have healed up quite a bit.
Alright, Sadia doing the usual thing, minusing some res. Honestly, I feel at this point the real question is, how many turns do you think that is actually left in this fight? We're 7 turns in already, and honestly, it doesn't really look like it's going to be ending that anytime soon.
Okay, my microphone should be working now, I hope.
It is indeed sounding great.
Okay, I'm sorry about my microphone issues. It do be like that sometimes.
It do indeed be like that sometimes. Oh, looks like we're restarting that fight. Got the
Yeah,
ultra
we're
powerful
refreshing
coming
the
in, doing some
spectator
good
mode.
damage.
Yeah, this Masquerader
Oh.
not looking good. And he's going down.
R.I.P.
Is this the first kill of the game?
There is indeed one of the Masqueraders out of the fight altogether.
And let's not forget these guys usually forfeit after the first defeat. So after one character going down, I'm not sure if they're gonna continue this match. But this is a really high stakes game, so it is unlikely they're gonna forfeit that easily. Especially with the Sacre being this low HP. But no.
Yeah, I mean, Sacre might be low, but that's kind of what they want to be at, to be honest.
Yeah, sure.
And as I mentioned before, they've got fully stacked bold punishment, but there's still an 80% res. That Sacre can realistically remove that anytime they want for a whole bunch of extra res.
Yeah. There's a slight issue, which is Saria, of course. This hell of a class can hit below armor, which means this Sacre has to be really, really cautious about his own HP management.
You're indeed correct there.
It doesn't seem to care, right?
Yep. Oh, looks like Saria's
He's
got
going
that
all
sub.
out.
Got the sub where
Oh my god,
she
the damage.
turns about when attacked for the first time.
Yeah.
That's actually quite an interesting sub.
Okay, the stream delay seems to be perfectly fine by now, so we can read and interact with the chat.
That is good to see.
You think it's already over? I don't know. As I said, it's really high stakes, but this Masquerader doesn't seem to be waking up ever again, is he? Ay, ay, ay. Oh no.
Oh,
Here
looks
comes
like
the
we're
wolf.
finally seeing the Oginak transformation.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? This good boy is indeed very angry.
Is indeed. Took half the match so far. We're finally getting to see that actual transformation.
And things aren't looking good for this Sarita.
The red team might have a member down, but they're definitely not out just yet. That is a good point. Masquerader with no res debuff, so damage is definitely going to be lacking now.
Yeah.
Especially considering the blue team's resistance
just barely makes it out alive.
Yep. Blue team's
but here comes the
are
dolls.
pretty high, so all around 85%.
And if you're playing a Sacred, let me tell you, you're not a big fan of these toxins.
Oh, that is for sure.
This can get really annoying. Especially if you're low on HP, as this Sacred is. Here comes the greedy. Just enough damage to chip down that armor. And now we gotta see the ultra powerful, the real goat of the game.
Real damage dealer coming in.
Still makes it to heal up their Sadida. This class, I swear this class is tilting me every time I watch it play.
Yeah, it's definitely quite broken.
Doesn't it seem like every class in the game is broken at some point? Like, we're one day gonna watch a Nuginak make a big play and we're gonna be like, oh, this class is broken. But then someone else is gonna make a big play and we're also gonna be like, this class is broken.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day... Like, there you go.
This Sarita is still in his tree form. Although, obviously, he's turned off the tree form. It's just a spectator bug, but it's fun.
Yes,
it's looking very goofy.
It is indeed. They're stabilized yet being able to be moved as well. It's quite funny.
It is quite an agile tree. Let me say you that.
Mm.
Here comes
Ooh.
the Sakri. He did survive the toxins, which is good news if you're this Sakri. And he's going straight for the Masquerader. Zero
Killing
mercy.
that Masquerader clone, quite good. Not enough damage to kill the clone, but still pretty solid.
Gotta respect this Sakri, man. Not giving up.
Yeah.
Not letting you sleep. But here comes the other Sakri, and this one.
Yep. This happens to be a friend of mine as well, Chains of Non-Existence. Actually was the... Ooh, actually, let me check if there still are the rank 1 PvPer in Amakna.
Big PvP names we have here.
They are not. Chains of Non-Destruction is currently rank 2 on the PvP ladder. Nonetheless,
Cricket has a message for me in Spanish. Los Luchis van a ganar la World Cup. Which means the Luchis, they're gonna win the World Cup. What do you think about this? Y por cierto, saludos, Suricate. Buenas, buenas. Hola. What do you think about this bold statement?
That is a good question. That's a good question. As for who's ultimately going to win, honestly, I can't say. I feel it's quite up in the air at the end of the day. With these PvP
anything
matches,
can happen in this game.
Anything can happen. We're still too early to really make any kind of definitive statements like that, in my opinion.
Waka waka English. Oh, that Puro. Almost a big blunder. But
Almost
the Glyph
indeed.
didn't have quite enough damage to kill the doll in one single turn. And we're in turn 9. This is looking like a tough match. This looks like the toughest match we had all day.
Definitely is. Honestly, originally, considering my experience in PvP battles in the battlefields and stuff like that, I was expecting a lot of these matches to be a lot faster. I was expecting to just come in and be like a 30-second kind of match. You'd have Zella go first or something and just pop the other 2 people straight away. And then also going next and popping the 3rd person also straight away. But here we are having these matches go quite fast. I mean, quite long, actually. It was quite great to see. Definitely a lot more skill involved, a lot more strategy. A lot more entertaining than having just the match end in like 30 seconds.
I mean, it can happen, right? This is the Rubilax Wakfu World Cup. Of course, everything can happen here. Am I right?
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
They're still looking to protect this Sarita. She's quite the weakest member of the team, but she's getting up her HP, and everyone seems to be pretty chill at the moment. But of course, we still haven't seen the Sakri play's turn, which is the big menace on this team.
I mean, this Masquerade clone is kind of just sitting here for now, but I don't actually expect them to survive much longer. We're pushing out some good heals and a little bit of damage.
Titam Candle in the chat is asking, are shellers often used in PvP? Well, we've seen a fair amount of shellers. They are quite a strong class.
They are indeed quite a strong class indeed. I've personally seen them quite a lot in battlefields at the very least. As I mentioned earlier, often in a battlefield. Ooh, speaking of which, before I say that,
we got a knockdown.
We actually got a knockout.
We got a knockdown.
Chains of Non-Existence, completely dead. from this other Sacria.
Yeah, it's now a 2 versus 2. But remember, you're still playing about this behemoth of a Sadida.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, if I were this Sadida, I would be scared, but I would be even more scared if I was against this Sadida. This doll's looking pretty angry right now. The poison damage really chipping from both sides, I would say.
Definitely is.
This shows how strong indirect damage is in PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly chipping down and making its work through that health bar. And let me tell you, it's just gonna get worse from now on. Because that healing resistance is gonna start stacking up, and
Oh yeah, that is for sure.
it's gonna start looking more desperate for these guys.
So
Ay, ay,
to be honest, I don't think the healing resist is gonna stack up that much. Ultimately, I think at the end of the day, this fight's gonna end long before the healing resist stacks up too much.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel right now
Usually
the
there's
Sakri and Ogi team is. I feel the Sakri is definitely the main. I'd say like source of damage here. Actually, doing quite a substantial amount of damage overall. Don't know if they're going to be able to survive this Sadia's attacks though. It is not looking good. It is not looking
no,
good at
it is
all.
indeed not looking good.
And there
These Sanitas
goes
dolls.
the Sakria.
Yeah. And now this Uginak is probably gonna try to give his very best, but it's not looking good for the good boy.
Yeah, at this point, it's looking pretty doomed.
It is indeed pretty doomed. Oh no, I don't want to see this. This is animal cruelty. Guys, if you're sensitive, please look away. For your own safety. You're not gonna like what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a plant killing a dog.
If you have any dogs in the room, please usher them out. They don't need to see this.
Guys, if you have any dogs at home, please keep them away from the trees.
And it looks like that is it. There's a forfeit. And it looks like we have
It seems this dog wanted to be put to sleep before being slowly killed by this poisonous plant.
Yep. So in the end, ultimately, it would seem that the Sadia team ended up beating that Ogi team. So, I mean, I guess it kind of proves it. Sadia is definitely better than Ogi now.
But let me tell you, Kuro, it looked hella close. It looked like it was anyone's game.
Did. I mean, at the end of the day, that fight lasted 10 turns, but it went for 46 minutes. That was a long fight. Clearly, very high stakes. And clearly, a lot of thought put into each play.
Yeah. Hey, this is Wakfu Rubilax World Cup. Of course, someone has to win, someone has to lose. GG for both teams. I think they played pretty well. And the Sadida team takes the win. So we're shortly gonna step on to our next match. We still have to confirm with production team.
Yeah, our next match will actually be Ink and Lightning versus the Lux.
Ooh. Big hype.
The Lux was actually the team that we literally... Oh, was it? Is it the Lux? Hold on. I believe it is, but the Lux was actually the team that just won that last fight.
Oh, so they're looking scary. Do you think they're a tournament's favorite?
Honestly, at this point, they considering that last fight has happened, possibly.
Ooh. This is so hype. Our friend Kali here in the chat says she wants to be broadcasted. hopefully.
Well,
There's quite a few matches to cover.
Ink and Lightning is actually Callie's team, so yeah, she will indeed be having a fight aired right now or
Ooh.
quite soon.
Okay, I think I'm rooting up for Kali. She's a great friend of mine.
Yeah, I gotta have to vote for Callie as well at that point. I'm hoping you end up actually pushing out a victory here, Callie.
Yeah, and probably one of the few people here in this tournament that are playing Foggernaut. So, Kuro, what do you think of the current state of Foggernaut in the game?
That's actually a really good question. Honestly, I barely see Foggernauts these days. And it's quite sad, because
right?
I actually really like the Foggernauts design overall. I think they're really cool, and they are actually incredibly useful. Either as being, a shielder. I've seen some massive shields coming out with support Fogger. Same time, I've actually seen massive damage coming out with a damage dealer Fogger.
Yeah, this class is nuts, and it's barely played.
Yeah.
It's like a diamond that it's yet to be polished.
Yeah,
and shine.
indeed. I completely get you. I mean, at the end of the day, they've also got some pretty insane utility with their the what is it called? It's like the block that takes damage for you, as well as obviously the railings, right?
Oh, of course,
Railings
the
are
block.
super useful.
Yeah, and the railings. Oh, don't get me started on that. Have you seen videos of foggers taking the machinery active spell and basically going from one corner to another of the map with one single MP?
Yes.
That is so beautiful.
Yes.
That is gorgeous. Gorgeous
It is
gameplay
indeed. I think the main issue with Foggernaut that I've heard from at least is that they just require a couple of turns to actually properly set up and get going. And I think that's kind of one of the issues, is that a lot of the time with Wakfu, especially with mob fights and stuff, if you're just doing a normal Stasis 3 run, you don't really have the time, or you don't need the time to actually set up and do everything. Most of the fights don't really last that many turns. If I'm running like a level, let's say at level 200 dungeon on Stasis 3, honestly, the only fight that takes more than 3 turns is the boss fight. And usually the only reason that's the case is purely because the boss might have like phases. At the end of the day, I think Foggernaut needing that extra time to set up ends up being a bit of a downfall for probably why they're not played as much.
Yep. So we seem to have a next match in the waterfall map. It's gonna start very soon. We have our friend Kali here. Hi, Kali. And
Yes,
our production team has said it is Team Ink versus Team Lux.
Mm-hmm.
And the match is started. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay,
And
so
here
it
we
is
go.
the Ugina Consumables team that there was in the previous match. The runner-ups from the previous round. They're facing up against Kali. Ooh, and this can be interesting. Kali is playing Rogue, Sarida, and Foggernaut. Quite an interesting class choice.
Yeah, well, that
especially
is indeed.
If we consider that in the last few matches, many of the teams were repeating members, and especially I think the Sarida is looking like one of the strongest class people are picking. But I think this fight is gonna be so much different from the previous fight we saw.
Yeah, I would agree as well. Very interested to see how this fight ultimately ends up going. I've definitely seen Callie's Fogger and her Rogue run around doing a few things. But this will be like the first time properly seeing them in any type of PvP action.
This is the lethal duo known as Vivi and Lifo, both her original characters, which do have quite a bit of lore. That's one
Oh
thing I
yeah,
love about
definitely
Kali's
do.
characters.
The same
But
here.
let's see if their lore can stand up against Luck's team. Of course, the Sakri not wanting to be the first one to engage. They're still trying to test each other out. Fogger, Rogue, whoosh whoosh. Yeah. And here comes Kali. Here comes Lifo, right at the offense with the turret, the specification. And she's not joking around.
Looks like she's just setting up a little bit.
Yeah, the turret's slowly chipping down. And now Cancerbera, the Uginak is ready for the engage.
Huginak
he's going
is
for the Sadira.
jumping around the map like it's nothing.
Would you say this Uginak has Sadira PTSD from previous round?
Yeah, probably, considering the amount of focus he just went on for him. Might have.
Yeah. That looks like some PTSD action right there. Now the Ugi seems to be in a quite difficult position because he's locked between the walls. Oh, he's being separated from the dog.
We did have a comment here in the on the YouTube asking, is Sadia generally a safe pick? I mean, to be honest, based on what we've been seeing here in the PvP matches, yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say so.
It
what
is
about
quite a
you,
bit
Moose?
strong contendant.
For sure.
Okay, here comes the Masquerader, or the Sobal for the French and the Spanish out there. Playing a bit of positioning gameplay. Of course, none of the team members have started to engage fully. They're still trying to control the map and take over with slowly and steady moves. And here's the Sadida's turn, I believe. Yep, it's the Sadida's turn. Spectator is being goofy again. It is a moving tree. Oh, that's quite a bit of armor.
Just a little bit. I love the spectator bug with the tree being able to run around. Can
you win something, or is it just for fun? I'm glad you asked that, because the people that are inscribed in this tournament, there's a big prize to be won. Yep, there's the graphic. And let me tell you, Kuro, that's quite a bit of kamas.
Yeah, that is definitely quite a lot of kamas. Speaking of which, Moos, if you had 600 million kamas, what would you do with that money?
I don't know. I don't think I can even begin to spend them.
It is quite a lot of money, that is for sure.
Oh. Okay, Lifo is going straight for the clone. Doing some Foggernut action. Oh, that spell. She's got her AP back. That's huge for the Fogger.
Setting up some more turrets.
Oh my god. That was some nice big damage right there. And yeah, it seems like Cancerbera team.
Oh, that is interesting to see.
They don't really like this Sarida.
Ogina coming in, doing some damage with his actual weapon.
Yep. But
that is a sight you don't get to see often.
What people don't probably realize is that actually Uginak's sublimation in the relic spot, it is light weapon, which means the Sarida is going to be poisoned at the beginning of the turn by this light weapon. Oh. It's not usually a strong sublimation, but in lower level PvP, it can be very clutch.
I see.
So I think this dog is cooking.
It just might be.
Look at the chat. Our friend Ria says, I would definitely hoard it and buy my friends the prize. Oh, that's so cute.
That is indeed quite cute. It's always good to have some extra money like that. That is for sure. But you'll be surprised how fast money can go when you start spending it.
Yep.
I'm
Oh
curious
no,
in the
this Saturday
chat.
isn't looking too hot.
I'm curious in the chat. What would you guys do if you had 600 million commas to spend?
Yeah, I would also like to know. I'm curious because, yeah, usually people would just buy gear and stuff, but with this much money,
Yeah, I mean, even then, 600 million can buy you a lot of different gear. Like, would you go for specifically a level 200 set, a 230 set? Maybe aim
Oh my
for like
god,
a bunch of low-level gears.
this
Well,
Salida isn't looking good. She's
the
gonna die
Sadia
at the end of the
definitely is
turn.
not.
Let's remind these guys that the Uginak poison, the strongest one, is gonna hit at the end of the turn, which means this Sarita is as good as dead.
Yeah,
No,
unfortunately they are.
no. Vegan Kali is down.
RIP. Well, it looks
Oh
like
my
Rogue.
god. Yeah,
Looks like
they're
he's
going
gonna
for
be
the rogue
next.
now.
Sakura's starting to do some good damage. Ooh. Looks like it might be a one-shot. Oh, almost. Now the question is, will the rogue be able to stay alive for its turn or not? We need to see some big damage coming out with this Foggernaut.
You can buy yourself half of unused tanky mode. Well, I mean, that is indeed an option.
Mm-hmm. Not bad cosmetics. I mean, funnily enough, I remember back in the day when the most amount of money I'd ever had at a time was like 10 or 20 mil. And I remember this was back, I think when I'd hit level 170, before that actually, I'd actually spent my entire savings on 2 costumes. There were the Lotus Dynast costumes for my Sakura and my Yop. Just because I thought it looked cool, but I spent I think like 10 mil per costume.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it though, because I looked so cool.
Yeah, costumes are big badass. Oh no, the rogue goes down as well.
Oh, there goes the rogue. R.I.P.
Vivi is dead. Now Lifo will have to avenge Vivi in this tragic twist of fate.
Indeed.
Nah, this player is ruthless. Completely ruthless. He went straight for the Sadida.
Yikes.
He of course remembered what happened to him last round. Not
Yep.
wanting to let that Sadida scale up. You killed Lifu's girlfriend. No.
Well, he's gonna be in for a world of fun after killing Lifo's girlfriend. Time to get some revenge.
Yeah. But is Lifo gonna get to play her turn? I don't know. It's looking a bit dire, if I may say myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Sakura getting some much needed shield. Now, can the Sakura get down to... Oh, looks like he can. Oh, it looks like, is that it?
No.
That is it. That is a
That's
knockout.
it for match 1.
Looks like the Lux coming out on top and taking that
GG
first
for Team
victory.
Lux, and obviously heartbreak for Kali. But they still have a second match, and probably with a different approach, they can put a bit more of a battle. But Team Lux is looking stronger than last round against the previous Sadida.
Oh yeah, that is for sure.
They did step up big time. This not. Yeah, they did step up. Okay, so it seems we're gonna look for another match at Garage Peak.
I'm curious now from some of the comments that you guys were making in the chat about about what you do with the 600 million karma. What is the most amount of karma you've ever had at any given time? I'll ask that question as well to you, Moose. How much money have you had at one time?
The most I had, I think it's 400. A little bit over, or a little bit under 500, I would say.
Oh, 500 mil?
I don't remember exactly. Yep.
Damn, that is quite a lot of money. That's pretty much the entire Wakfu World Cup prize pool.
Yeah, but it didn't last long. I mean, I ended up spending most of it, and I got it from when I was about to leave for the single account. Oh, and it seems like the match we were gonna watch right now just ended tragically. Oh no.
RIP.
Of course, there's a few matches being played out at the same time, so, so they're all being played simultaneously. Oh, someone's saying 2 billion Vidal, of course. This guy is Omega rich. 20 million,
Damn,
I think, after the
billion.
Rubilax rollback, 10 mil. Yeah, I mean, we got some big money holders here.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I wish I had 1 million in real life.
If only. Imagine.
Of course, Kama's not as valuable as real life euros or dollars, right?
It's time to go back to the Cali fight.
Okay, that's in the waterfall map. Oh no, I feel bad for Kali. It's gonna look tough. Oh, they went straight for Vivi.
Yeah, it looks like they gone straight for Vivi. They know who to focus after last game. It looks like.
But I know Kali, she's a strong fighter. She's not gonna give up that easily. Am I right?
Yeah, for sure. However, with the amount of damage coming out from the Sakura, I don't think she'll have much of a choice.
Oh. This looks like a farewell for Vivi.
That is quite painful indeed.
The Sakura did risk a lot of his HP. But now Lifu has to avenge her girlfriend.
Let's hope to see
Lifu is probably not very happy at the moment.
Oh, definitely would not be. Let's hope to see Kali's Foggernaut doing some massive damage here. Actually get a kill.
Oh.
Can't you manage
I love the sound of that spell.
That is definitely pretty cool indeed.
It goes so big.
Yeah,
Alright then, let's see what's...
This is why I kind of don't understand sometimes why there's not as much Foggernauts, because they're just so cool. They're such a cool class, you know?
Yeah, they also have super high skill expression, and they're not an easy class to play. And of course, Vivi looking very sad there. Staring at the floor. She's probably getting disembodied.
Probably.
Oh no, they're going straight for the Sadida. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
This is bullying.
They're just completely grouping up on the Sadia.
What a bloodbath this is. Oh no.
Oh, R.I.P. the
And there
Sadia.
she goes. She took so many poison damage instances that she got
Yeah.
disembodied.
That is crazy.
Oh wow. That is indeed crazy.
Uh-oh. Now will Vivi be able to survive this burst from the Sacria or not? Oh, it looks
Well,
like she will be.
Lifo is alive, at least for now.
Just barely indeed. Let's see what damage Vivi can push out.
Of course,
Oh, no, Vivi
Lifo
Lifo.
will never give up that easily.
Of course, of course. But with her, she being the only one alive, it's not looking very very good for her, I tell you what.
Not too promising. Oh no. This good boy is very angry. Very, very angry. And down
Oh.
she goes.
And that is it.
GG for Team Luck.
Indeed, they came out on top. Actually managed to push out that win.
And heartbreak for Kali. We still love you, girl. So proud of you.
Same here. I'm indeed also just as proud.
Okay,
Quite a
let's
good
head
match.
over to our next match. Obviously, there's not a lot to commentate about this match. It was quite a bit of a bloodbath, you know.
Definitely was. It was definitely quite a bit different from the last match that went on for like 45 minutes. Definitely ended a lot faster in this one. Quite nice to see, nonetheless.
Okay, so we're going to the Monastery Dome.
Oh, looks like we're going back to see Tom's team.
Oh.
Which is, what was their team called? I believe it was Gobble Skewer. They're already down 0-1, unfortunately.
Oh no. Uh. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay, here we go. Here is the actual team going on.
Oh, and this is
Everyone just
we're
stuck in this little
fighting.
corner over here.
Ay. It is Pork as the Ice, Nico the Robin, Boa the Hancock. Obviously a One Piece fan over here.
Definitely is. Well, that's probably why their team is literally called One Piece.
Yep. Makes sense, right?
Oh yeah, definitely does. I respect it though. One Piece is peak piece after all.
Here comes the Sakri utilizing his great mobility over the map. And he's gone from one corner to another very quickly. Of course, great mobility by this class. And things are not
That
looking
is a
great for this
Sakura for
Feka.
you, right?
Yep.
Yes, fortunately it is a Feka. Their team actually seems to be really strong though. One Piece's team. Utilizing
Yeah, they're very
this,
resilient.
yeah. Very hyper defense. Everyone with 81%, 82 or 83% total resistance. It is quite a lot to trunk down.
Oh, we got a comment from Kali. Thank you for the compliments. I don't do PvP, but yeah, it's fine. You did great, Kali. So proud of you.
Yeah, you did indeed do great.
And you
Don't
were one
worry.
of the few. You were one of the few who had the balls to come here and show up in a PvP match without a lot of PvP experience. So props to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're happy to learn more about your team and your lore and your 3-man dungeon runs. So yeah, very happy for you, Kali. It is Tom's turn. Using the sacred positioning tools, of course. Sending everyone away. Trying to isolate the blue team. And they're going straight for the Satyra. But it is now the Uginak's turn.
Uginak literally throwing a bone.
Yeah, poor Gus the A is looking very scary. This Uginak has steadfast too. He's a psycho. And flame aura. Oh my god, this is a psycho dog. Oh no. I'm scared of this psycho dog. Of course, this update, there's been some Uginak changes, especially to the defensive passives of the Uginak. But it is true that if you don't play those passives, you really don't care, and these nerfs also didn't hit too hard. So yeah, things aren't looking too hot for Tom here. This Masquerader... he's getting poisoned. Revenge for the previous Ugi? Yeah.
Let's see if we can see Catbriel coming in and doing some good damage like we saw in the first fights.
Yeah. Yeah, also Kali says that she wants to stream. Yeah, we would be happy to see that. Look at the... there is some action in the proximity chat here. This is a monster. Poor Tom.
Yeah,
We love
Tom's,
you, Tom, but this looks...
looks quite painful indeed.
Yeah, not looking good for you, but hey. Ay, ay, ay.
We have a comments asking, do you need a certain level for doing PvP? I mean, honestly, not really. It ultimately depends because I feel a lot of the PvP that typically is had these days is in battlefields, actually. Battlefields happen every week on Saturdays, depending what time it is for you. If you press Control B in game, it'll actually show you the battlefields and show you what time it will be for. Now, in these battlefields, they're going to be at different level ranges. I think starting from as low as level 80, going all the way up to level 230, and I think every 30 levels from 80. So realistically, you can start doing PvP from as early as that point.
Yeah. Of course, this tournament, we had pre-registration, right? But if any of you guys want to participate, maybe next year, we'll host another Wakfu Rubilax World Tournament. I always mess up the order.
That is
I don't know how
fine.
can I always mess up the order, but I do. But anyway, here comes the Sakri. He's gonna jump over the Feka.
Okay.
And it seems we're gonna switch to another match because this one's looking like not gonna finish anytime soon.
Yeah, this one's definitely taking a good while. It is quite a hyper defensive team comp. So we're gonna
Let's see
swap
how
over to
other participants are doing.
Yep. Swap them over to other teams, so hopefully we get a different, more action-packed fight
So
going
we have a
on.
match here. Oh, this is Pocket Cut.
Ooh.
Phew. We
Going
finished first
into the
round.
floating forest.
Yeah, this is one of the smallest maps in this area. This is quite scary if you're a distance damage dealer because you don't have a lot of room to kite back. You know, this
Yeah.
map is a nightmare for Accra. So in this match, who's fighting each other? Let me check.
Also, we did get some
Production
questions in
team.
the chat. Did any panda sign up? There actually was a team with a panda. The team was Saria, having a Sadia, Sakria, and Pandawa team. So yeah, Pandawas are indeed in this PvP battle. They definitely still can be quite useful.
PvP pandas tend to be so annoying.
Yeah.
They have so much positioning tools, and of course they're very good at close range combat. In a map like the Floating Forest, which is rather small, I would say. Yeah, pandas are monsters here. As well as Uginax, right? As an Uginax, you usually favor a close range map.
For sure,
You don't want to be kited. So yeah, this match is gonna start anytime. We need to hear confirmation from our production team. And I believe it's Pocket Cat, the one who's fighting.
Yes, I believe Pocket Cat is the one that is fighting next. Also, I see some more comments saying from Tea Time, I'm only level 95 now, so from level 170 next year I'll participate. Actually, a good thing to know is that originally with the Rubilax World Cup that we're having, we actually were initially aiming to have more than just these two brackets, going down to I think as low as level 140. Oh no, going down to as low as level 80, my bad. So yeah, by all means, you definitely could participate in the next one for sure. Just make sure to actually sign up. The only reason we didn't do some of the lower level brackets is purely because we didn't have as many signups as we would like to for the actual for running that actual bracket. We're aiming for 8 teams at least. And while we were close with some of them, didn't quite get it for all of the brackets. So next time, be sure to actually sign up so we can actually run it.
Yeah, there's a huge prize pool. Anyway, match is still being prepared. There's a lot of things that need to be in check before the match actually starts because, you know, real high stakes, big prizes. Nobody wants a remake. So, yeah, Kali says, I also found it funny how you assumed I was running support Fogger. I know you. I know you're not gonna play a Fogger, a support Fogger. I was just curious to know Kudo's opinion on the Fogger note. And he did talk more about the support Fogger, but I knew you were gonna play a psychopath damage dealer Fogger note.
Hey man, if you're gonna play Fogger, I definitely also gotta say that, or at least more so, if you're gonna be a main Foggernaut, kind of has to be one of the ways just to go to Maniac's Foggernaut and do some massive damage. Just more fun.
Yeah, of course.
I feel if you're playing Foggernaut as an alt,
class.
yeah, I think if you're playing Foggernaut as just an alt, yeah, fair game. Rocking a support note can be a lot of fun, can be good. But if they're your main, I don't know. I feel being an actual damage dealer as your main is always just a lot more fun.
Yep.
Oh, in saying that, my main has been actually a Sakria. Ever since release, I have played Sakria as a pure tank.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like a meatball
Yep.
Sakura.
I've absolutely loved it. You want to know why? The reason why I actually played Sakura as a pure tank, ever since back in the beta, really, is purely because back in the beta, Sakuras have gotten many reworks over the years. One of the times though, their armor essentially worked really differently. But what it ended up doing is when you had built up your armor, effectively when an enemy dealt damage to you, it would just do 0 damage. And to me,
Yep.
that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. An enemy attacking me and dealing 0 damage. I genuinely could not stop laughing. And from there on, I realized, you know what? Tank Sackers are the way to go, because it's just too funny to watch an enemy run up to you, just smack you as hard as they can, and do literally nothing. And I just kept doing it.
I think Sakuras are quite tanky.
Definitely,
With
yeah.
them, right? Big annoyance, but yeah, such a cool class. And there's a lot of ways to play the Sakri in PvP, especially the tank Sakri. What I've seen a lot of people do is actually build up their Sakri with bonkers amount of range, like 15 to 20 range or something like that. And turn 1, they do an insect, like they teleport one of the team members to the other side of the map, and
that'd be pretty good.
Use that's literally psychopath gameplay, but it's so effective.
100%.
So simple.
100%. I mean, Sakura's mobility are pretty insane, so I definitely wouldn't put it past a lot of people to do something crazy like that.
Yeah, tank Sakuras can be a nuisance. And also tank Iliatrop, the positioning abilities of an Iliatrop, man, they're scary.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You're like, oh, they're gonna do big damage, right? And then this class can move the entire map. It is so good. I made this
definitely.
class. I'm a little Iliatrop kid. Okay, so we're obviously making time for one of the teams to show up. We're waiting for Team Deep Blue, who's gonna face against Team Potato.
Yep. I did notice a question said a little while ago by Alex asking, what are my thoughts on a tournament with no set? Has there been any before? Actually, literally just under it, we have Raya actually commenting on this. But nonetheless, yeah, at the Cosmonauts, the guild that I'm a part of, we did actually hold a tournament where it was literally no everyone on auto build. And it actually can be quite fun. I'd recommend as well, if you guys are in other guilds, to post it as a potential event idea, because it's actually quite a lot of fun. If you have, for us, we did a 3v3 PvP match with with just auto builds. And yeah, a lot of strategy can definitely be put in for sure. I had someone in my team was a Kra, and just ended up minusing MP from everyone non-stop. Was quite painful.
Yeah, I also wanted to take a moment to say hi to my friend Benjamin Alvarez Rujan, also known as Shiva. We call them Shiva here. Hola, Shiva. Gracias por pasarte. Besitos, ¿qué tal? Yeah, that was some Spanish there. Some Spanish action. I'm obviously covering the event in Spanish, partly because I'm also casting the matches in English, but yeah. If you have any questions, si quieren hablar en español, les puedo contestar, pero sin abusar. Yeah, I'm basically telling them that I can speak in Spanish, but don't make me abuse it because I don't want you to feel left out as well.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
Oh no, mi nombre completo. Yeah, my friend Shiva forgot that his YouTube account has his full name
Yes.
as the username.
Yeah, I actually noticed that not a little while ago. Actually, I was following a friend's stream that they had linked to me, and I went to type in chat and just to make a comment to like help support them, and I noticed, oh wait, my name is on there. What the hell? And had to quickly go change that to make sure I don't get people messaging me.
It's also like very Spanish to have your full name in like everywhere. You're not
I
Pablo,
get
you're
you.
Pablo Ruiz Hernandez Garcia de la
Fair,
Cruz
fair,
Arroyo
fair.
Rojas. Yeah, if you're Spanish, if you're a good Spanish,
Mhm.
you need to have, or you need to know at least your first 8 surnames.
First 8. Damn, that's a few.
Oh wait, I got more more messages in Spanish. Bueno,
Yep.
ahora volvemos a hablar en español. Es la primera vez que te escucho a ti, vamos, pero sabes que una persona súper dulce, un gusto. Igualmente, un gusto conocerte, Ría. Besos. Mua, mua. Yeah, I'm receiving compliments in Spanish. You're also a cool guy, Kuro. I'm so
Why,
glad
thank
to
you.
hear
I
you
thank you.
comment.
Yeah, where's my compliments at? Nah, it's okay. Now, I'm wanting to see this match get started, but I think there's being some kind of delay with the actual match starting.
Yeah, they seem to have run into some issues. I believe Team Deep Blue has had some issues with consumables. Nothing
I
too
see.
out of the rules. They just, I think they were using food to adjust their initiative.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I'm making out of this. So they probably didn't know or didn't consider that. So they probably have had some issues, but yeah, to be honest, there's a lot of things that are going on in the chat, so it's hard to keep track of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're still here with you guys chatting about the current state of the metagame in Wakfu PvP, of course.
Indeed.
Had to switch to my art account so I wouldn't dox myself. Oh, I see. That's probably a clever move.
Probably indeed.
Considering
And
you speak Spanish as well, you probably have your full name on your account. So, what do you think of this tournament, Mr. Kuro Josh? No, Mr. Mr. Kuro Joshua Williams. Kuro Joshua Williams Smith.
Damn, I just keep getting some random names added. Honestly, this tournament is turned out to be pretty cool, I think, honestly. It's definitely a lot longer than I was initially thinking it would end up going for. These fights turns out to be going for quite a good while, which is honestly good to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of matches being played. Obviously, there's a group stage single round robin, so yep.
Okay, so it looks like
we're heading back to the monastery.
Yep, Monastery Dome. Back to go spectate Tom's team.
How's our good boy Tom doing? Oh, not too hot.
Well, he's still alive, so at least he's got that going.
I wouldn't like to be this masquerader. It's got a blinking health bar. Oh. Cuckoo with my friend I ran Wakfu Weekly. Oh, that's so cool. Your friend Alex. Go, Tom. Yeah, Tom.
Go, Tom, go.
Go, Tom. He's probably...
And
oh my god. It's funny how Tom health bar in his team, they're all quite... yeah, they're not doing too great, but the Oogie next team, they're full health. Oh wait, that's the...
yeah.
Oh no. Who's the clone?
The clone is the one on the right, I believe. Yeah, the one on the right.
Oh, so the one who's got blinking health bar is the clone. Oh, so they're both looking pretty healthy, I would assume. Oh, this is taking a while.
It is definitely taking a while. Turn 5 and we've got...
This match is taking a hot minute, it seems.
Good little while for sure. Everyone's saying panda in chat. Where's this panda?
Panda, panda, panda. Well, this is something that happens when PvP fights take so long and both teams play very defensively.
Yeah. Also, Tea Time asks a question. Want to know, what was it? What kind of gear is used for PvP? Crafted gear, regular dungeon gear, or legendary, epic, etc.? Honestly, also, first of all, you do not need to apologize for asking questions. By all means, we actually would prefer you asking questions. It's nice to actually be
In
able
fact,
to talk.
we do like having questions because, as you can see, these fights are taking quite long. So
yeah, it is.
It is a way for us to keep the streaming entertaining.
Yeah, but nonetheless, as for gear, to be honest, whether it's crafted or regular dungeon gear is honestly kind of the same thing, in my opinion. I would say if you're going for a PvP set, typically PvP gear is going to be a lot more strict on how bad it can be. For reference, comparatively with PvE gear, you can get away with having like mythic sets, no problem. You can get away with having like your sets not being perfect, and you'll still be able to do the content perfectly fine. With PvP, the reason why I say it's more strict is obviously people have really solid gear sets, so actually beating them can be a lot more difficult. As for the gear itself, it can be from the dungeon, no problem. Chances are probably will be anyway. But yeah, I would recommend if you're looking for like a serious PvP set to be looking for legendaries. You definitely want to have your epic and relic 100%, all with good slots. The main thing to be focusing on is your enchantment slots though. You want to have 4 slots, and you also want to be realistically maximizing your resistance as well. In PvP, resistance is king. I mean, honestly, at this point in Wakfu, resistance is king. You want to be aiming for as much resistance as possible. Obviously, in PvP, you still want to be aiming for an insane amount of damage too. This is kind of the hard part. But in terms of getting started, I'm going to be honest, a lot of the time when I've done PvP fights, I personally don't have any PvP builds. I have pure PvE builds. In my experience, I've been able to take down most people in PvPs. So by all means, if you just make a semi-decent build, you'll still be able to fight other people in PvP. So don't stress if it's not the best of the best. At least to get started in it, you'll be fine.
Let me get this clear. You can't say you have PvE builds, but then your main class is a tank sacrier. That thing isn't dying, and it has strong damage. Like, it's so stupid.
Oh yeah. I mean, funnily enough, you want to know the reason why I'd be winning in my PvP fights is actually because my mains are Sakria and Yop. My tank Sakria, the strats that I'd do is I'd have my tank Sakria go first, I'd sacrifice my Yop, and then my Yop would go in and one-shot everyone else. And since my Sakria is tanking for my Yop, they're not killing my Yop, and then my Yop kills everyone. So it worked out. Obviously, against like a proper high-skilled PvP or high strong build PvP player, they'll definitely have a significantly higher advantage. But for the most part, it's pretty rare I've lost those fights.
Yep.
But yeah.
And what's funny about the tank Sakri, the quote-unquote tank Sakri, is that at any given time you can just change your heart. Go punition and one-shot the enemy AD carry.
Oh yeah. It's definitely good. It is worth noting that at the end of the day, Wakfu is still a strategy-based game, especially when it comes to PvP though. And the good thing is like comparatively, I've actually a while ago I did a PvP with one of my friends who just recently had built a level 230 Ossa set. And I still had my level 200 Sakria set at the time, and it was a pure tank set as well. I actually beat him very convincingly. It was not close. And the reason for that was, funnily enough, not because I was stronger than him by any means. His 230 set was definitely super, super strong. the reason why I ended up beating him was actually more just pure strategy. He wasn't particularly that good at actually understanding the how to properly play as a. He was playing a double summon also. Had both summons, and I was just using my Sacria, grabbing all the summons next to me, dealing damage to him multiple times with my AoE, and then also had Pillar sustaining with everyone being next to me. So again, even when it comes to PvP, if you're able to get some good strategy and some good plays off, you can still push out wins.
Yep. If you want to win, just play Sacri. There you go.
Sacri is pretty strong. But nonetheless, one thing I'd also recommend for gear, check Zenith Wakfu. Great website. You can at Zenith Wakfu, you can like create your own build there, and you can specifically look at all the items in the game and literally compare what the best items are for your build, and you can just add them all and really make sure you have like a really solid build.
Yeah. And on my side, I must say I'm not a PvP expert by any means. I barely do any PvP. Like, not at all. But the few times I did PvP, my most successful strategy was probably just go psycho mode with and kill the enemy before they kill me, basically.
Okay, it looks like we're actually moving back to the other PvP match.
Forest. Yep. Poor
With
Tom, he's gonna take a while against this dude.
Yeah, this is gonna be a long death. Well, I say death, but who knows? They might actually pull out a victory here instead.
I mean, one of them.
I'm still hoping for Tom's team to win. I'm still on their side, so you guys better push out in 4 hours from now when we come back, and you guys are still fighting. We better see the victory.
Well, something happened here in the forest. Did one of the members abandon the combat? I smell outplayed. Transcendent Sadi? So she couldn't heal Mask? Eka was gonna kill Mask. But did he surrender? Or what happened? This is confusing. We just arrived here and there's no match.
Yeah. Bit unfortunate.
Yikes. Also... We just came here and the match just ended.
Wow,
it looks like a bit fast. Of a... It looked like a bit of a rage quit from one of the teams.
Oh, that is a bit unfortunate.
Oh, and it looks like Pocket Cat has won both his matches, which means Team Potato has won this round. As it is a best of 3, but if you win the first 2 matches, there is no game 3. Well, are we going back to Tom's fight?
I guess we might end up having to swap back to Tom's fight.
Poor guy. He doesn't deserve to be treated like this. Okay, there is some action going on other maps. Of course, there's single round robin being played. All teams play against all teams. We have 8 teams total, so everyone's playing at least 7 matches. But at the end of the day, there's gonna be some semifinals as well and some grand finals to decide the final winner.
Yep.
Which
also I saw a question in the chat. Callie, were you the only Fogger / Rogue that signed up? You actually were. You're the only Fogger and Rogue to have signed up. There was no other Fogger or Rogues throughout the entire PvP teams that did sign up. It was quite funny. On the other side of things, Sadia happens to be in literally half of the teams in this PvP.
Yeah, this class is not looking fair. In fact, we're gonna head over to a match which has double Sadida. Ay, ay, ay.
Aye, indeed.
Wakfu has recently turned into a vegan game, it seems. Well, it is a Sadida versus Sadida with a panda in this sim. And yeah, it is the first time we see a panda in this tournament. It is my man, my boy Xion, my ex-guildmate
yeah.
and Spanish fella, against Lucy Patata. Oh no, I think that's Xion team. Yeah. The blue team, let me check. Let me check who's the blue team. Okay, sorry, a blue team. Thank you, Aroma. Was pretty handy. So yeah, they're playing Pandawa, Sadida, and the flaming character, which is
Sacria.
Sacria. Oh, it's Crawler. Okay, I know this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's quite
Crawler
easy
also
to...
happens to be a friend of mine, Spanish speaker.
Really? Nice.
Yep. Okay. So it is basically a Spanish duel. Of course, Spanish speaking. I think I don't remember about Xion, but I think Crawler is from Colombia. So yeah, but even though we're not strictly from the same country, we speak the same language, so we are family. Either way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of course, good friends of mine, Crawler and Xion. And they're facing each other. This is quite an interesting match between the two of them.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. So what's it? Sadi Annie Ossa versus Panda Sadi Sacria.
Someone in the chat just said, that's not a fight, that's a salad. Well, welcome to 2024 Wakfu PvP meta. Where plants rule the world.
They do indeed. I'd live in that world. Well, it looks like we've got some spectator bugs going on here.
Yeah, it seems.
There we go. Much better. Actually showing where the Any actually is.
There you go. This game does need some work on the spectator mode. On PvP, things get pretty wonky. It's kind of funny. What means family in Spanish? In Spanish, family is familia. It's a pretty similar word. Similar word. Panda sweep, dale, panda, dale.
Personally, I stick to Ohana means family.
Ohana significa familia?
Yeah. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
Yeah, my friend Shiva said, it's Crawler. Obviously, big cheers for Crawler. And he reminded everyone that Spain won the Euro Cup this year.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Spanish community ends up winning the Rubilax World Cup. Obviously, a lot more important.
Maybe. I mean, there was also the Copa America, which is another soccer competition or football. I don't know if in Australia it's called football or soccer.
Honestly, kind of both. We say both soccer or football. Really
so yeah, in Copa America, the team that won was Argentina, and the runner-ups were Colombia.
Okay.
So yeah, there's also like a bit of a duel between countries that speak the same language, of course. Much more common in America than in Europe, speaking the same language. But yeah, I don't think my Colombian friends are very happy about that. But oh well, I also have Argentinian friends. So, yeah, right now it's the Osamoda's turn. He's taking his time. Obviously, you don't want to blunder at this time of the fight. You want to be very cautious about your every move.
I wonder if they're lagging though, because I believe last time they were one of the people who were lagging.
Yeah, lag's playing a big
Hopefully,
part in this tournament.
yeah, lag is never ideal.
Oh,
On the bright side, at least our stream is not lagging.
this eye frog. I don't know how you guys call that. It's really dangerous. I wouldn't mess up with that frog, would you?
Probably not. Probably not. And yeah, the frog is called what was it called? Savorian? Something like that. I barely remember because every time I see Ossa summons, I think of the Ossa summons that my friends have, and specifically in regards to the names that some of them have for the summons is always quite funny. Like my friend Rue, she's got her swordfish is named Mark, and in my mind, the swordfish's name is now not a swordfish; it's just Mark.
Okay. So we got some news here. Let's check out the scores from the group stage, okay? So there's Group A, and the leader of Group A is actually Deluxe with a score of 3. Oh, wait, no. It's okay, they're not in order. Okay, there's Potato leading the chart with 4 points. Ink and Light 0 points, Deep Blue 2 points, and Deluxe 3 points. So it looks like Potato Tomato is our most dominant team, being Rook's team.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I know Rooks. He's quite experimented PvP player.
Definitely is.
And if you want to take a look at Group B.
Yeah, so in Group B, we've got in first place right now is One Piece with a score of 3 points. Second place being tied with Dawn of the Fat Rogues at 2 points, and Gobble Skewers also at 2 points. And then currently in fourth place, we've got Saria with a score of 1 point. Very interesting to see One Piece coming out on top as the essential winner of the Team B ultimately. I'm really curious to see Potato Tomato versus One Piece and seeing how that ends up going off.
And just to keep things clear, the winner of each group is gonna go over to the finals, and whoever wins the finals will take it all. So right now it looks like our favorites to win it all are Potato leading Team A and One Piece leading Team B. They seem like two of the strongest opponents in our tournament. What do you think?
They definitely do. But I wouldn't count Gobble Skewer out just yet. They might be on 2 points, but they're still in the middle of their fight right now. They can hit 3.
Yep. Ay. Okay, here comes the dragon. The dragon. Very big and intimidating. Big damage over there, but not quite enough to chip down this Sarita. These guys are strong.
They are
They're very,
indeed.
very strong.
I think that's what we're going to notice in a lot of these PvP matches is just how strong or how tanky they are. Because especially in
Yeah.
these later fights, it seems like, as I mentioned earlier, it's actually the reason why I mentioned it earlier with PvP builds, why you want to stack up on res, because you kind of need it. Most people who make really good PvP builds stack up a lot of resistance.
Yep. Obviously, the risk of being one shot is there. Poor Josh. He's not having a great time in his fight, isn't he?
Yeah, Tom,
It looks like One Piece is looking very scary.
a little bit. One Piece definitely is quite strong, that is for sure. I wonder if we got any One Piece fans in the chat. Who here is up to date in One Piece? I know there's probably some people in here.
Let me tell you, I am not. It's
I
hard
mean,
to keep track with One Piece.
it's only 1100 episodes. That's nothing.
Yeah, not that many.
Not that many.
It's only
Just a
1100.
few. 1100.
Yeah.
Nah, I actually am up to date in One Piece. Funnily enough.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, my siblings are as well, but I'm not.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm the big
it's definitely
disappointment.
good.
It is good.
Don't have to say disappointment, because at the end of the day, it's still going. You can catch up. I believe in you.
Well, thank you for the kind words. But, well, things are not looking good for Crawler. Of course, Crawler, the main Sakri, has passed away. It is now a 2 versus 3. Not looking good for the blue team, but they're still trying to grasp to whatever they can. Usually it's gonna be hard to take down this panda and the Sarida, but eventually they'll come down. I don't think they have the enough offensive potential to kill this team.
Yeah, I mean, Panda's definitely great, but obviously being primarily just focused pretty much entirely on just positioning and tankiness,
Yeah,
it's quite hard to really push out a win. I feel you really need some good synergy with Panda to make use of their positioning, at least for this type of PvP that's only a 3-man. If this was a 6-man PvP, might be a bit of a different story. A lot more of a chance to utilize the repositioning more.
it's funny how someone in the chat just said 1100 episodes, no thanks. Very good anime, but way too long. I mean, it is a good anime indeed.
You say that it's very good anime, but too long. But see, that's the thing. When you get really into it, when you get into watching something that's like you really enjoy, you just never want it to end. And with One Piece, it just never will.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, you know it is a good anime when one of our competitors here in the tournament made a whole team based on their Wakfu. Made their whole Wakfu team based on their One Piece.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually quite impressive nonetheless, though, with One Piece. It's, I believe I remember seeing a while ago that for, like, the manga sales, I think it's, like, for the last, like, 15 or 20 years, One Piece has, like, remained the #1, like, manga seller of all time.
We have
pretty much
a
every
survey in
single
the
year.
chat.
Do you like One Piece?
God,
Keep
nah.
them coming.
Well, this Arips isn't dying anytime soon, right?
Yep, definitely not gonna be.
I mean, they're probably lost, but it's true that when you're playing this high stake match and this opportunity doesn't come by every day, you do want to keep all your opportunities. I don't know, maybe the Enuripsa ends up disconnecting randomly and they lose the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love about this map is that if you don't use the tactical mode, you can see that the gaps in the middle of the map, they're lava. So every time I see this map, I'm like, yo, just take the panda and throw your enemy right to the lava, and that's an insta win.
If only.
Yeah.
Looks.
Imagine how good would it be?
I would be pretty OP, quite honestly.
You could just yeet.
Just yeet.
Yeet.
Right in the lava. Oh, looks like we got the results of that poll though. Do you like One Piece? Keep them coming at 69%. I don't even know how they got 69%.
It is a 70%. It is 10 votes. It is 10 votes. It's just that YouTube doesn't know how to do the math, okay? It is not 69, for the love of God.
YouTube knows exactly what it's doing. YouTube knows exactly what it's doing.
No. Oh, guess who's coming back? It is our friend Tom who's coming back.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
No, we'll just kick Tom out. He's no longer part of the casting team at this point.
He probably didn't have a great time at that PvP, didn't he?
I mean, if Tom lost, I'm gonna have to kick him out of the PvP matches. Kick him out of the caster seat. I'm sorry, Tom. You better be bringing out this victory.
Poor Tom. He's doing his best. Well, I also don't know if he could technically win because he's also technically part of the organizers. Hey, Tom.
Welcome back, Tom.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How is your match going? Well, how did your match go?
It was a tough one. It was a tough one. One Piece is incredibly tough to beat.
Definitely is.
How is this one going?
This is, well, it is quite a bit of a slow match because the blue team is down their only damage dealer, but they're not giving up. And the team is actually grabbing quite a few victories off here.
By the way, Tom, who ended up winning your fight? Was it you, or did One Piece ended up coming out on top?
One Piece did come out on top, unfortunately for us.
Unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to revoke your casting seat. Kick you from
No.
Banish me to the Shadow Realm. Wow.
It's alright.
He was probably just dying to come back with us. And now you want to kick him?
Yeah, you can kick me while I go cry and lick my wound.
No, don't go.
That was a very good match. One Piece is a very well played team, very tanky, very strong.
Well, now that you're on the caster's desk, you can give a little bit more insight on the other teams.
Looking forward to seeing if someone's able to break through that defense. That defense is very powerful.
Well, let me tell you, we have a very strong contendant.
Yeah.
Yes, excited for it. We're into round 3, are we not?
Waka waka.
Waka waka.
Potato tomato is looking quite strong.
Yeah, just a little.
It seems like he's won his every match 2-0. This guy's a beast.
100%, definitely is.
I know Rooks from another friend of mine, and he's a PvP beast. He actually took part in another PvP tournament recently, and he obliterated everyone, but he ended up being the runner-up because they faced the French team and they were like the French pros. It was a bit of a heartbreaking loss, but yeah, this guy's a legend. Let's see if the One Piece defense can break through him, or is he gonna fall
Mhm.
short?
Would be interesting to see for sure. Would be interesting to see. I'm definitely gonna have to go on vote for Rook's side. I love One Piece, but I mean Rook's also being a guild member of mine. I gotta have to root for him.
Gotta root for the home team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta bring home a win for the Cosmonauts.
Also, Tom,
Please.
I'm a bit embarrassed to admit it, but on your first match, I was actually rooting for the Spanish guy because I was rooting for home as well. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
Tom.
You can't defeat your biases like that.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
I
worry.
you
mean,
gotta root for.
I, on the other hand, was always rooting for you, Tom. Don't
Thank you, my
worry.
brother.
I mean, I was having a hard time when deciding whether to root for you or to root for One Piece because I do love One Piece.
Do love
But
the show, and
yeah,
the player is just fantastic. He's a fantastic player. I'm excited
But-
to watch Rue play. I finally get to see some Rue action. I know Rue likes to be offensive. Has Rue been playing offensive this tournament?
people are
they
cheering
have
for
so
him.
offensive that they literally would be winning their fights before we even had a chance to spectate.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
quite,
oh yeah, that
quite a
happened.
force to be reckoned with.
That is
They
very.
got one of the rivals from that the potato team faced. They
Mhm.
actually FF'd in turn 1 for some any
I
of
mean-
transcendence action.
I mean,
Yeah,
let's be
it's
fair.
Gonna be very interesting.
It
Yeah,
was
let's
probably
be
not
fair,
fair.
You actually come face to face against Rui, you're gonna have a
gotta
bad time, you
real-
know.
Yeah, you gotta come prepared. I'm very excited to see the most offensive team versus the most defensive team to go head to head. That should be very exciting.
Definitely will be. Definitely will be.
Have you guys
Yep.
chosen? Have you guys got any picks for who you think's gonna win, or are you gonna keep it under your?
I'm probably rooting for Rooks, right? He's also a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he's one of the few teams that doesn't have a Sadida on it, which is interesting.
A nice
He's got an
sneaky
Eka
pick.
flip, an Any Ripsa, and a Hopper Mage. I mean, Any Ripsa is also like cheating, but whatever. Sadida is also. It also feels like cheating in these kind of tournaments. All right, then. We're hopping on to our next match, starting round 3. Are you gonna play the round 3, Tom?
No.
We lost Tom.
Oh, I'm still in. So I'll be jumping back out. Wish me.
Good luck,
Goodbye, Tom.
My
You'll
confidence
be missed.
is only slightly wavered.
Tom.
We'll be back. Good luck to everybody.
You got this, man.
Yeah, I believe in you, man. Bring home that win.
It's coming home.
Appreciate
It's coming home.
it.
Okay. So
Right.
we're
Have fun.
Yep.
See ya. We're on our own again. Kuro. This has to be Wakfu's most legendary Wakfu casters duo. By now,
100%. I mean, shit. It'll probably be the first time a lot of people are even hearing my voice realistically. Especially just because of the time zones. I'm normally not awake at this time. Normally. Right now, for me, it is 7:20 in the morning. Quite a good time. I was not actually expecting this this PvP fight to be going on for as long as it has been, but
yep.
it's been a good time. I've been enjoying it. It's actually quite fun. I'm glad everyone here has been sticking around to watch. Hopefully, everyone
It
here
was
is
a bit of a
enjoying
bummer.
themselves.
It is a bit of a bummer that you cannot throw enemies on the lava with the panda.
It definitely is. Definitely is. would have made for some good matches. Would probably see like a triple panda team at that point.
Yep. Of course, let me tell you guys, I'm really proud of everyone that's taking part in this tournament, including the least powerful members, because they did us a great favor. At the beginning, there were not a lot of people interested in participating, but yeah, it's grown bigger, and we hope that next year we have more level brackets to cover and more participants, and yeah, it's gonna be epic.
Yeah, for sure.
But well, we're still waiting for the confirmation for our round 3 of the matches. As soon as our production team give us the green light.
In the meantime, let's go with a few questions. So, random question: if you were, let's say, if you were isekai'd into the Wakfu universe, and you got to choose a class to actually be, which class would you actually choose to, literally be?
I mean,
Ask
it's
in
in
the
my
chat
profile
as
picture,
well.
right? I think
True,
everyone who
true.
knows me knows that I'm a big Iliastra fan.
Yeah. Ilios are
I'm a
definitely
little
pretty cool.
Ilio kid.
You
We
gotta
also
love
know
the
you're a Sakri
Ilios.
boy.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
Oh,
yeah, I mean, my mains are both Sakri and Yop. Honestly, at this point, I'm not 100% sure who I'd actually choose.
huh.
Yeah, I
Yops are
really
a bit
like both of them.
overrated, aren't they?
Huh?
I'm gonna set the world on fire, but I think Yops are kind of overrated, aren't they? Fogger Rotek, I guess. Nah, we never know, Kali. I mean, I think Kali is probably a rogue with the profession of being a fogger, or a fogger with the profession of a rogue. Like, she's probably a fogger now that also happens to be a pirate, and we seem to have a match on our hands.
Well, looks
Okay,
like we do.
let's take a quick look.
Looks
It's snowing. This is the ice flow mat.
Yep. White slab.
Jardín de Hielo.
And it is
It is the pocket cat.
it is deep blue versus ink and lightning, huh? Oh. And yeah, honestly, for me, realistically, I think the ultimate plan would be for to do, or the ideal plan would actually to do a hybrid class. Funnily enough, if you don't actually know, lore-wise in the World of 12, races essentially, or your class picks, are actually more like a religion. Depending on the god that you worship, you gain skills and attributes and stuff based on them. So realistically, you can even change your religion. Even if you're born from like 2 Yops, you can be a Sakria or a Shram or anything like that. Interestingly enough, there's actually documentation in the comics where there's basically, how do I put it, people who worship multiple gods and have attributes for both. So you'll have like a Sakura and like Yop mix. That I think would be pretty cool. I'd probably want to do something like that.
Yeah. Also, our friend Tea Time Candle just said, I like crab, but sometimes the options on how to play it are a bit overwhelming. Well, I think all classes have a lot of possibilities, and you just kind of pick the role you're most comfortable pulling out. But, well, I think Krysa is a good contender for a class to be. I'm being handicapped by a squirrel. Oh no. Ecureuil. The famous, the one and only Ecureuil. Props to the word
Alright.
squirrel in front.
Who do you think is likely to win this match, Moose?
I don't know. It's turn 1. And they barely started moving. But this Sakri is getting closer. It's getting dangerously close to the Kali team. Of course,
Yep.
we're rooting for Kali.
Of course, indeed. But I'm a bit worried how close that Sakura is to their rogue, considering what happened last time. Sakura doing some massive amounts of damage. It is not fun to deal with.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the YouTube chat. Rooks has started talking about the Kra. That is usually a bit scary. Of course, our friend Mark here, the leader of the tomato team, is a well-renowned Kra main.
Mm-hmm.
He used to talk to me hours upon hours about how bad Kra was after the rework.
Yeah.
And
I
every
get
time
you.
someone mentions the Kra he starts fuming. So yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
Let's
Kraz
not
after
talk
the
about
rework.
Kra with Rooks.
Kraz definitely not great at the moment, in my opinion. Honestly, I feel if they had better walkthrough points sustained, and they didn't have to, they had an option to not rely on beacons, I think it'd be pretty good. But right now, I feel you kind of are stuck on the beacon playstyle, which requires so much walkthrough points. It's some good damage, but it's just not great, which makes it not a great pick overall, I feel. I still like it personally. I still play my Crockwire a lot though, just because it's like easy, to be honest. I just have my crowd there. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that no one actually had a Zeller in this team or in the PvP fights. None of the teams that signed up for the 170 match actually are using the
It's
Zeller.
probably a high risk, high reward class.
Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. But
I
it's
do
still
think
quite a
Sheller is a
strong
good class, but you need a little bit of investment.
Yeah. Also a little bit of babysitting. Personally, I'm not that big a fan of Zeller at the moment, ever since the rework. I feel they've kind of become a lot, like, too, I'm going to say rigid to play. They've got insanely good damage, but they're kind of stuck doing, like, the one thing, and it's, I don't know, personally speaking, it's just not as, like, versatile as I'd like. I'd actually kind of prefer they nerf their damage to make them be able to do more in their turns. But yeah, I don't know how likely that's going to end up being.
We have some action right here. This Masquerader has jumped straight into the action. And she's going for the Sadida.
Going straight on that side.
Oh no.
Ooh, and giving a good
that was a
chunk on
big
that
hit.
side,
Ouch.
But
It
fear
hurt
not,
me.
it's Vivi's time to shine. Let's see what their rogue can do.
It is Vivi's time to protect her girlfriend. Oh. The rogue's multi-hit. Just barely enough to chip through their armor, but oh, that healing came in clutch as well. But now this Sakura is probably merciless.
Yeah, Sakura is...
They're going straight for the Sadida. Oh no.
Oh no.
This Sadida has been bullied all tournament long. Rest in peace, vegan Kali. She's actually called Siniko.
She's still alive. Living on the edge, but still alive nonetheless.
Okay.
Oh, some good heals coming out though.
Very clutch healing right there.
Oh, she's gonna use the rails
some
to
rail
run
action.
around. Turning it into a
And
tree, I
she's
like it.
back to being a tree, which of course increases your resistance as well as giving you some micro healing. But things are not looking good for this Arita.
Mm-hmm.
This ultra powerful is super angry, and then there's also this greedy doll. Oh no. I think this Sarita is gonna have a very, very terrible fate. Gonna be killed by the enemy dolls. Ow!
Oh, that's a lot of
Ow.
damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage, indeed. They're not. They're not even going for the same target.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What is this class? And the Sarita is
there goes the
down.
Sadia.
We have our first kill of the match. And things aren't looking good for the Vivi Lifo duo.
It is not looking good at all. Down with their Sadia, one of the stronger classes, of course, but they've still got their Fogger and Rogue still popping. See if they can push out some good damage here.
Let me tell you, Crow, it is the middle of the night and it's hot. It's stupid hot here.
What time is it for you at the moment, anyway?
It is almost midnight. 30
Yes,
minutes to midnight.
It is indeed getting quite late. Yeah, I wasn't really, like I said earlier, I wasn't really expecting the tournament to go for as long as it has been, but
Oh
definitely
no,
gone for a
Vivi
good
is down
while.
as well.
Oh, there
Now
goes
Lifo has to
another
take
one.
revenge. Things aren't looking great for Kali this time. Oh my god, this Sakura is a beast. What is this damage?
Crazy damage. Oh, but can't actually get the kill. Just
And now the
barely
Sarita
off.
is probably gonna be able to finish her in style.
Ah, yes. Good old Sadia.
Oh no, the disrespect.
RIP.
Kali,
Well.
no.
Well, there goes that. We have our victor, Chains of Non-Existence, in the team Deep Blue, I believe it is, coming out on top.
Yep. Can we check our other matches? But this point, of course, is round 3. Games are a bit more. I mean, we're getting to the goal line. Of course, by this point of the tournament, we have some favorites already, and this is Tom, our man Tom, facing off Verrier.
Yep.
On the red team.
Ah, yes. Team Saria.
It is Crawler. Okay.
Yep, versus the Gobble Skewers.
It is Sauria team versus Tom.
So
I need to drink some
who are you
water.
rooting for again?
Again, we have a little bit of a situation. I love you, Tom, but Crawler's my man.
Nah, that is fair.
My man Crawler. Spanish colleague as well. But things aren't looking too hot for him. He's slowly being chipped down by this team, the Tom team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a missed chance to call this the Tom team. Oh my god,
That would have been pretty good.
Sacred. Ouch. Ow. That's a lot of damage.
It is indeed.
I'm also quite proud of Crawler. He came to the tournament, even though he didn't have a lot of PvP experience. But he came here because I asked him because we needed more participants. So yeah, props to him.
Really?
Yeah, he's really chill dude. That's why it feels a little bit sad to see some of these people go, of course. But yeah, things aren't looking great for this Sakri. And it's down.
Oh,
And
that
now
is
it's
unfortunate.
the Pandas is giving
And
up as
that is
well.
an FF actually. Oh, looks like Tom, the Team Gobble Skewer takes the victory though.
Nah, it should be Team Tom at this point.
Team Tom does have a good ring to it, I tell you what.
Yeah. And of course, heartbreak for Crawler. But yeah. He did put up a fight. Of course, there's little you can do when there's only a panda left on your party. But yeah, some of these matches are very close and some others are a complete massacre. They're a bloodbath of a match, ending very quickly. But yeah, that's PvP for you. Sometimes you go up to 10 turns, 11. Other times it's just turn 1, turn 2, doom. This is how ruthless PvP usually is. But well, we're here for the competition. Okay, since we're having a match in the same exact map. Oh, it's right here. Oh, if it isn't the one team, like the One Piece team.
Good old One
You can't do
Piece,
so
let's
much with
go.
a panda. Actually, take that back. Nah, I'm sorry, but if you're playing a tank panda and you're already down if you're already down 2 characters to 0, I believe there's little you can do. And this is my boy Shion, the other Spanish representative, fighting against the One Piece. And yeah, things aren't looking very good for a Spanish representative. Oh jeez.
Okay.
This Osamuras isn't looking too hot right now.
Well.
And it is the Feka time. Boadi Hancock. With every character
like
having a D in the middle of the name.
This, yeah, got that D. Well, looks like this will be the final match, actually. Oh, hold on.
Oh, there goes the immune. That's nasty. And look at Dini Ripsa. She's so sad. Oh no. Oh, I don't know if it's being streamed at the moment. I'm just watching it on my behalf.
Yes, I get you.
Yeah, let me tell you, it is not looking good for Xion right now.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, this is actually the final match of this in general. Oh, let's have a look. Which is... Where is it? Team Dawn of the Fat Rogues versus Team... what was it again? Forgot that team. What was that team called?
It's One Piece. Or
One
no.
Piece. How did I forget their team name? The whole ones.
Yeah, how could you? Yeah, but look at this Eripsa. She's so sad. She's standing there in a corner. See, it was the Sadida doll that pulled her.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And now comes the Uginak. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Well, Korka's the ace. He's a good boy.
Oof. And there goes one out. The Osa's already out of the fight straight away.
And that's a forfeit right there.
There's a forfeit straight away. That is quite crazy. It looks like we got
there's
Team
little
One
you
Piece
could
coming
do
out
at
on
that
top.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, One
much
Piece is
indeed.
coming out on top. So this is a great time to check our... Because I think we have... Oh, this is interesting. Oh, but I think One Piece has dominated. Yeah, I think One Piece is going through to the finals.
Was that the final match? Wasn't it best of 3 for this?
I think they gave up, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
Well,
so now we have the semifinals.
So far, One Piece has pretty much taken straight victories. Only hasn't lost an actual full fight or full round of 3. However, so has Potato Tomato, all coming out straight up on top. So it'd actually be really interesting to see the One Piece versus Potato Tomato team and who ends up coming out on top.
Okay, so basically they're speaking in proximity chat. They have lost game 1, but they say that they don't find a way to defeat this team, so they decided to surrender this round.
That is completely fair.
Ouch!
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm sad for my Spanish friends, but I mean, One Piece is looking quite strong.
Yeah, they are indeed. It is quite hard to compare to One Piece at the end of the day.
Well, I think it's maybe time we look at the standings, because I don't know if there's more matches being played. Yeah, I think the final match.
Yeah, this would be the final match now at the end of the day. Well, final matches.
Okay, so... Okay, we're being given instructions by our production team. Okay, so that's it for the group stage. We have our winners, and we're going to have a knockout with a semi-final round and the final round. And how's the semi-finals going to work? It's going to be the first in Group A against the second in Group B. And then it's going to be the first in Group B versus the second in Group A, which means the runner-up from each group will have a second chance against the winner of the other group. So, yeah, they will have one final chance, but let me tell you, Josh, we have very clear dominant teams in this tournament, right?
Definitely do.
And let me tell you, I'm glad they ended in opposite sides of the bracket, because it would be a bit of a bummer if one of them eliminated the other prematurely.
100%. I mean, you've got both of these teams, Team Potato Tomato and Team One Piece, coming out with 3 victories and 0 losses. So this is definitely making for going to be quite an intense fight when they actually battle each other. I'm very keen to see how it'll end up turning out.
Yep. But it's time we wrap this up. So let's take a look at the groups. We have on Group A, Team Potato Tomato as the clear favorite. They're 6-0. They didn't lose a single match. Wow.
Absolutely
So,
insane.
yep, Potato Tomato is going to take the seed 1 from Group A. And our second seed, it's going to be Team Deep Blue with 4 points, which leaves, sadly, Team Lux and Ink and Light out of the tournament with 3 and 0 points. Heartbreak for these two teams, but of course, this is a competition. One team must win, one team must lose. So, yeah, I'm still happy for the people that turned out to play. But it's time we move to our Group B. Because on Group B, we have our friends from One Piece, who as well have gone 6-0 without dropping a single match. Which is kind of scary if you were to face these two teams, right?
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, of course, One Piece is first with 6 points leading the chart. And our second group is Gobble Skewer. Our friend Tom is going to be in the semifinals. And of course, Team Saria and Team Dawn of the Fat Rogues, they're both out. So, what matches are we going to have? We're going to have Potato Tomato, which is our friend Wooks, face off Gobble Skewer, which is our friend Tom. So it's basically Tom versus Wooks. This is going to be hard.
It's definitely going to be hard. Obviously. I honestly don't know who to root for at this point.
Keep in mind that many of these guys are friends of ours.
Exactly. They're both even in my guild, so it's quite hard to root for either one. But at the end of the day, both be still quite a good match regardless.
Yep. And for the Group B, we're gonna have Team One Piece, which is also Invictus, against Deep Blue. So, yep. I mean, I don't want to be biased, but I think we have to clear favorites. But maybe we got an upset, maybe not. We don't know yet because these guys haven't faced each other. Of course, they're facing from opposite groups, which means One Piece has never faced Deep Blue and Potato has never faced Gobble Skewer. So, is there any possible upsets here that you want to point out? Because I'm not quite sure about any possible upsets. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, not sure either, to be honest. I'd be very surprised to see both Potato or One Piece losing a match, considering their current track record has gone pretty damn well. So honestly, just that alone, if either one of them loses a match, it would be quite an upset in my opinion.
Yep. So, here's our 2 matches, and of course, the winner of each match is gonna take on the finals. And when is this gonna be played? Of course, today's a little bit late. So, the knockout stage, it's gonna be played on July 27th. July 27th is gonna be the knockout stage, and tomorrow, Saturday, we're gonna have the 2:30 group stage.
Sorry, wasn't it July 26th?
July 26th is gonna be the knockout stage for the 170 bracket.
Yes.
And so tomorrow we're gonna have the group stage for the 2:30. So stay tuned.
Yes. Do make sure to come join us tomorrow for that 2:30 bracket. Definitely will be a lot of fun for sure.
And join our Discord. We have a Discord server with all the info.
Yes, we do
just
indeed.
To be clear.
The Discord is literally just discord.gg/Rubilax World Cup. So by all means join that. And hopefully we see you guys here tomorrow as well for the 2:30 matches. Don't know how long that will go for as much, but should still be a lot of fun. Thank you all for coming
Yeah.
in the first place today. It was great having you all here and actually talking in chat. And I hope you guys all enjoyed the matches that we actually went through.
Y yo no me puedo despedir sin dar unas palabras en español para nuestros seguidores. Muchas gracias a todos los que habéis estado, que me ha hecho mucha ilusión veros y tal. Muchas gracias a los que habéis participado y no habéis pasado de ronda, pero os lo agradezco muchísimo. Y nada, nos vemos en las eliminatorias. Eso, van a ser en julio el 26. Y mañana va a ser la fase de grupos del 2:30, ¿vale? Así que nada, back to English for the last time, at least today. Yes, I'm tired,
Yes.
Kuro.